Professor Oak has no pins in his pocket protector. That's because Professor Oak does not need to write anything down. Professor Oak knows all, except his grandson's name. Welcome to the finale of Let's Play Pokemon Snap. I'm your host, Dark-Minded Sith. It all comes down to this. We're going to be going back to Rainbow Cloud, trying to aim for the perfect Mew shot. Then we're going to be getting our last couple of Pokemon shots, and that's going to be it. Our project and report is going to be complete. So at Rainbow Cloud, what I was striving for is the perfect Mew shot. That is, getting a 10,000 point Mew. It is possible. However, in the words of Professor Oak, I was close. I tried and tried and tried until I just finally did not feel it was worth it anymore. I did everything I could possibly do to get a 10,000 point Mew. And you can take a look at my methods here if you want to know how exactly to get this really good Mew shot there. Throw the Pester Ball, keep hitting it over and over again, like so. Gotta be pretty quick because Mew will get kind of far away, and Mew is playful enough and quick enough to where it just speeds on through. If you kind of speed up like that, you can get a really close Mew like so. This was the absolute best Mew that I could conjure. It's rare, so it automatically gets plenty of points. Great size. Perfect! Right in the middle. Unfortunately, didn't quite get it. Very close, got 9,900. That was the best I could get, but didn't quite get that 10,000 I was aiming for. So now let's go ahead and wrap up the project by getting the last couple of Pokemon that are left. Throw the Pester Balls here, and we get Arcanine. And he shakes off the lava. He was inside of lava. You can just bathe in that. It's crazy. And if you throw Pester Balls and a few others, you can also get Growlithe. It's randomized as far as I can remember. If you throw the Pester Balls a little bit ahead of time there, you can get an early shot. You can get a Growlithe or two together and get a happy shot. That's probably going to be your best Growlithe shot. Oh, hi, Magikarp. Can't have a Growlithe shot without Magikarp just photobombing. That's probably going to be your best Growlithe. And while I was here, I decided to randomly show off the Charmeleon. If you hit it a couple times like this, you get that roaring pose, and that'll actually get you a really good Charmeleon shot. And I was able to get a better one than last time.
Well done.
So now this time around, what do we get? I was able to get a much better and closer Arcanine there. Arcanine's actually an excellent Pokemon. He's got very balanced stats. So as you can see, if you throw the Pester Balls way ahead of time, you may be lucky enough to get two Arcanine, like so. And if you can get them together and get them to shake off their embers, then that's definitely going to get your best shot. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get a very good one, but that was pretty decent. And while I went through, I realized that there's a good Charmander shot here of him being close and roaring. That's interesting. It wasn't better than the shot I had of the multiple Charmander, but it's still pretty fun. So now we're going to head off to the valley here and get our last shot of the game. If we spam Pester Balls at poor Magikarp, who's just trying to have fun splashing out of the water. Splashing, it's all he can do. And might as well undermine Magikarp even further. If we get a good shot here of the Pester Balls, eventually we will knock him over there out of the water, and boom, poor Magikarp is knocked away by Mankey. Can you possibly just dominate a species even more than that? And then poor Magikarp lands there. We hit him with a Pester Ball, but he's finally going to get his revenge as Gyarados. The awesome and blue Gyarados. What an evolution. After years of misery. And showing a better shot of that. He of course comes out of the waterfall. It's gaming logic. you know, there's something always behind the waterfall. Always. And if you get a shot here of the, I suppose maybe the hydro pump is what that is right there. You can get some good points for that. You get a powerful shot of that. And that was better than the previous one. So that, my friends, brings us to the end. That was the last Pokemon of the game to get.
Welcome back.
And Professor Oak is very proud. We've completed the report.
Congratulations.
And he just really overrates us here. You didn't teach us much of anything, man. You just insulted and criticized. Anybody can do that. Especially on YouTube. Yeah, it went by fast. It only took like, what, 8 videos? See you later, for alligator. So, we save the game, and credits again. But this time we have even more Japanese names to memorize. So here are our credits. And this time around we get some shots. These are like of our report. And they did that before, but we get it in kind of a left to right montage. And again, I don't know if it just randomizes it or what. I think that's all it does, but so I don't quite know what shots we're going to get here, but that concludes the project, my friends. That concludes our report. And just to smack us in the face one last time, there's the Mew shot that was excellent, but not quite worth 10,000 points. Shelter tongue. I actually had a dream the other night about getting a Shelter shot. Out of all things, yeah. There's Poliwags. The dreaded Staryu that we could just never get a good shot of, no matter what. Charizard. Yeah, that's right. Todd sacrificed his clothes. Burned his body. Got 3rd degree burns just for a good shot. And all we got is a couple of pats on the back from Oak. There's our happy... Oh, Stan... Let's look up those names. Those are the people that... It's quite a few voice actors for this game, actually. I guess it's for the Pokemon, but... I want to find who voiced Oak. I want to meet him at a convention. Get him to say, "You were close." And... You know, it's this guy. He's probably tired of that, though. People probably ask that all the time. And there's Diglett and 1/78th of Pikachu's body. So pretty fun game overall. I think what I particularly like about this game is that, and particularly for its time, it really allowed you to see Pokemon in a very different way. Because at the time you just had random battles and trying to kill the Pokemon that was in front of you, but this time around you really got to see Pokemon in a different light. And you got to see them in their environments and in their natural habitats. It's simple, there's not much to it, but it made for a fun game, and it has a general interesting concept as well. And here's the options, by the way. The options even have its own music. That's nice. So now to wrap up the project, we're going to head over to this little option here, the gallery. There's not really much to do here, but all you can really do is take a gander at your shots that you've got in your report, and you can kind of get closer shots of them and put them here in the center stage, 4 total, and you can take a closer look at them in case you want to do that, I guess. I don't know. It allows you to see kind of a crisper, better shot of them that you wouldn't be able to see by just going to the report back at the regular screen. So we're going to go ahead and pick a couple here that I wanted to show in detail. I probably could have showed the Haunter since you don't really get to see him too well. And a few others, but went ahead and wanted to make myself cry a little more by putting the Mew shot there.
Yes.
So we got these 4 together here. Let's take a closer look at them. We go to enlarge here. And there we go. Wow. Isn't that an amazing shot? That is about as crisp and gorgeous as the N64 gets. And there's Mew. Come on, that's worth 10,000. I guess it needed to be slightly more over. There's Sandslash going, "I want you!" So now I'm going to show a couple of shots from my album. Because throughout the project I actually saved a few pictures here and there in the album. And some of them were actually off screen and off camera. So I figured I'd take the opportunity here to show them. So we have an interesting Doduo, an interesting Chansey. We've actually got not one but two pretty fascinating shots of Jinx. It's pretty interesting Electabuzz there. But these Jinx shots I really liked. I'm pretty excited to show them off because they're very awesome. So we got one but two Jinx there. So now let's enlarge. Let's look at these up close. Oh boy, and yeah, they're isn't that awesome? Yeah, that too. That's great. I just randomly took those shots, and that's what the final picture ended up looking like. So that's Jinx for you. She loves to get her groove on. She's a Pokemon, but she likes to have fun as well. Well, that brings us to the end here, my pals. Our Pokemon report is done. I figured I'd show a couple of extra things off as well.
Yes.
If you go to a course and take a picture, go to the end of the results, he says, "The report is complete, isn't it, Todd?" Or Buttface, whatever you named yourself. And then if you go to the cutscene here at the end of the valley, if you just go here again, this is after you've gone here and gotten the signs objective and all that. You go here and there's no one there.
Welcome back.
So we've got a beach house all to ourselves. Well, that brings us to the end, and the last thing I'm going to do here is just show off our report. Let's go ahead and get a nice final shot of all the Pokemon we've seen. All of our nice memories together. Because that's what photographs are, right? So in conclusion, I want to thank everyone for watching, all the support. Pretty simple project. Only took about 8 videos to do. It's a very short game, so I'm not really going to go too crazy and over the top with an outro here or anything. But it was a fun project. It's a game I really liked as a kid. As I said, it's a Pokemon game, but it allows you to see things in a very different way. And the picture taking's a very different concept in gaming. Rather than killing things and beating a final boss and all that. It's relaxing, it's fun, it's simple, and it's a game I quite liked when I was a kid. And I'm sure it's a nice game for any Pokemon fan. If you haven't played it, check it out. It's very nice and fun. Also, I want Nintendo to have more money, rather than you guys having money, so that's going to bring us to the end. I want to thank you all for watching, and see you in my next project for alligators.
Yes.
One last thing I want to attach at the end of this project is I want to give a shout out to the Let's Player Silveragescientist. He did a Let's Play of Pokemon Snap, and I ended up referencing his videos to sort of double check and make sure I didn't miss any kind of important shots or any kind of special unique shots that I didn't even know about or anything like that. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything for the project, and lo and behold, I ended up like pretty much getting hooked and interested in his entire thing because he had so many interesting shots that I didn't even know you could get. So I wanted to make sure I gave him the proper credit for this in this Let's Play, because it wouldn't feel right to just not credit him for that. So his name is Silveragescientist, and I'll be sure to put a link to his channel in the description if you want to check him out. So that's the end. Thank you for watching. Hey, Professor Oak, how do you like your hamburgers cooked?
Well done.